in France by now.
This channel tunnel life's just boring. I mean, we made it. Bonjour, madame.
What have you done to my lawn?
This ain't blinking Calais, this is blinking Catford.
Yeah, what's your blinking French?
Have some more PG, boys.
Oh, I knew that hole would make a lovely pond. You might even get some frogs in here.
There's no other tea to beat PG.
It's the taste.
For superior road holding and grip, you need a new car, not a new set of wheels. The Citroën BX GTI 4x4.
Flora, perfect sunflower oil.
At Center Parks, you can do as little or as much as you like. Center Parks, the British holiday the weather can't spoil.
That's it then, love.
Aye.
These arrived earlier. Must have been from my boyfriend.
Your sort, is he?
Oh, aye, with a great future. Do you know he's even changed his savings account? Now he's stopped paying tax, just so there's more coming in.
For non-taxpayers, National Savings has schemes which give gross interest automatically. Nothing's taken off for tax.
I hope it's not just his money you're interested in.
For a TV with near CD quality stereo sound, consider the Panasonic Prism A series with its unique dome sound system. Panasonic Prism A series TVs, the state of the art.
Before the film, the latest on the situation in the Gulf, from ITN.
The Bush administration said tonight the Allies were not trying to destroy Iraq. Earlier, President Gorbachev said they risked going beyond the United Nations war aims, forcing Iraq out of Kuwait. Mr. Gorbachev is sending another envoy to Baghdad to meet Saddam Hussein. The statement on Soviet television from President Gorbachev said the conflict in the Middle East was becoming alarming and dramatic. Mr. Gorbachev is worried about damage in civilian areas like Baghdad, and warned that Kuwait and Iraq are threatened with catastrophic destruction. The American Defense Secretary Dick Cheney held 9 hours of talks in Riyadh with American and British military commanders. They discussed the next phase of the campaign.
Defense Secretary Dick Cheney is with his Saudi Arabian hosts tonight after a day's intensive briefing from his military commanders, which will enable him and his generals to decide when and if the land offensive should begin. Details of that briefing, which took place at the Allied headquarters earlier, will remain secret, but the American forces have produced figures to illustrate how much damage has been done to the Iraqis. If those figures are right, and the Americans say they're on the conservative side, then the Allies have already destroyed nearly 20% of the Iraqi armor and artillery. That'll be cheering news for the Foreign Secretary Douglas Hurd, who arrived in Riyadh tonight. He's not in fact here to discuss the military situation, but to talk over plans for the future of the region with people like the exiled Emir of Kuwait. Mr. Hurd's principal aim is to get discussions started among Arab states about how they'll keep the peace in Kuwait after the war.
American B-52s have flown out from RAF Fairford in Gloucestershire to bomb Iraqi targets in Kuwait. Before taking off, each of the 5 aircraft was armed with up to 100 500-pound bombs. The aircraft have a wingspan of 185 feet and were used during the Vietnam War. The US authorities at the base have given no information on their mission. Here, the Prime Minister has told ITN the government is examining its election agenda. In a speech to young Conservatives, Mr. Major promised to make public services more efficient.
Like many of his young audience, Prime Minister John Major had battled his way through the snow with a stop at a motorway cafe near Doncaster, but in his case to make a particular point after Thursday's IRA attack.
And this conference and the attendance there is at it shows that unexpected outrages of any sort in no way can halt the democratic process.
On the Gulf War, the Prime Minister, referring to the coming land battle, said that the forces there and the country here faced a difficult period ahead. But most of the speech was about what will be in the next Conservative manifesto. It would pay very great attention to the public sector services, especially the state schools.
We must never accept the contention that limited government means lower standards, that state services must be second best. I want to see an unending search for better quality in all our public services.
All of which sounded very much like a speech with a general election in mind.
The weathermen say Britain's cold snap will last another week. Freezing temperatures are again forecast for tonight.
An unbelievable scene for motorists. The country's busiest road, the M25, for once deserted. In Cambridgeshire, they were still sorting out the wreckage of cars which had failed to make it home. Drivers unable to cope with conditions they rarely experience.
It's the first time in my life I was so relieved to hit another car, because it stopped just, going over the edge.
All day the gritters toiled away, but at times even they were struggling to keep pace with the fresh snow. In the Westlands of Yorkshire, though, they were prepared for anything. Conditions not quite bad enough for the Army's Arctic squad.
That's all for now. We have more news later in the night.
Now, for the second film of the evening. Ronnie Corbett, Beryl Reid and Arthur Lowe star in the 1973 comic farce, No Sex Please, We're British.
Last year, NatWest helped over 150,000 people launch small businesses. That's more than any other bank. Let NatWest help put your idea into action. Call in at any high street branch and see a small business advisor, or call free on 0800 777 888. NatWest, the Action Bank.
Toilet Duck In-Bowl Freshener with improved germ-killing power keeps your toilet really fresh and clean for over a month.
My brother and I are identical in every way. Except you can take me anywhere.
You never ignore these red warning signs. In nature, too, red can be a warning. If you see even small traces of blood when brushing your teeth, your gums may not be as healthy as they should be. But now there's a new toothpaste, which contains a unique combination of 2 antibacterial agents to give your gums twice the protection of our ordinary fluoride toothpaste. New Mentadent P Gum Health Formula, with 2 antibacterial agents that go on helping to protect your gums between brushing. Toothpaste has changed with new Mentadent P Gum Health Formula, a new toothpaste for gums, for teeth, for life today.
Call our party line now on 0898 60 60 60 and speak to new friends all over the UK. Just dial 0898 60 60 60.
It's wonderful having puppies that are healthy and fit. I don't have to feed any other minerals, any other vitamins. The nutritionists have done the job for me. Pedigree Chum puppy food is wonderful, and the secret's in the can. It's very easy to feed. They absolutely love it. It has everything a puppy needs for good growth and for a happy life. I recommend Pedigree Chum puppy food to everyone. There's no better start, as far as I'm concerned.
Do you want ketchup with your burger? No, thanks. I'm having custard.
Put words into their mouths with Bird's Eye Alpha Bites.
Will your next car have a catalytic converter that removes 95% of toxic pollutants? Call Audi on 0800 585 685 to make sure.
Shouldn't you be there by now?
I'm going. I won't be long. Hey, look, we're turned up at the station.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Carol. Hi,
Mitch.
Oh, I missed you.
So, how was Europe?
See this? Worn out hitching.
Don't suppose you're hungry after all that oat cuisine?
Ah, yes, the tagliatelle in Turin, the breakfast.
As a matter of fact, we haven't eaten since Belgium.
Well, slight financial miscalculation. Ran out of bread.
Oh, well, since you missed France, voila, the coq au vin.
Oh, my
that's hot.
You know, Nick, we're going to have to be a bit more careful with our money when we get hitched.
You know what?
When it's Sunday lunch and you want a roast, lean on pork, lean on British pork.
About what type of job you want when you leave school.
I haven't got a clue.
Nor have I. I have. I know what I want to do. I want a job where you face a fresh challenge every day. Where only the best is good enough. Bringing happiness to the lives of millions. A job where, when it comes to the crunch, I won't be found wanting. What is it then? Brain surgeon? Prime Minister? Archbishop of Canterbury? No, Chief Taster for Walker's Crisps.
Why do Walker's Crisps always taste so good?
Oh dear, have these poor blighters got the power? Just a second, thanks so much. Most kind. Well, thank goodness for that, they've got the power after all. And so could you have. National Power and Powerjet. Register for a prospectus by February the 15th. And you could get incentives.
As dentists will tell you, tartar is a serious problem. They use this to scrape it away. That's why you need Tartar Control Crest, which not only fights decay, but also reduces tartar formation. Even with regular brushing, tartar can build up over time. But by brushing with Tartar Control Crest, almost everyone has less tartar. Some have none at all. And less tartar means less scraping when you visit the dentist. Tartar Control Crest. Help your dentist to fight tartar.
It took 2,000 years, but a revolutionary discovery is changing the way men think about colouring their grey hair. It's called Just for Men, from the leader in men's hair colouring. Simply apply Just for Men, and in 5 minutes, shampoo out. Your grey is blended away, leaving natural-looking colour. 5 minutes. Here, look at me. Just for Men leaves your hair looking healthy and younger, and it won't fade or wash out. Discover new Just for Men, the 5-minute hair colouring.
What can fill the Watford gap? What bites off a crocodile snap? What makes Venus shut her trap?
Boost, a Cadbury's Boost!
For fun on the line, phone Happy Time on 0898 50 50 50 24 hours a day. That's Happy Time on 0898 50 50 50. Phone now.
Whoa. Maybe that's her. Nah. Too young. Miss Adams?
Yes.
Miss Adams?
Yes.
What helps keep skin looking young? Oil of Ulay and hypoallergenic. It works like skin's natural fluids to replace lost moisture.
They said you were older.
Perhaps I am.
Oil of Ulay and hypoallergenic.
Thank you.
Beauty for young skin.
Because we've spent the time creating a mouth-watering lasagna, you could spend your time on another course. Menu Master, a taste of freedom.
There you go, Billy, your favourite.
Actually,
and
Mum...
here's your special bowl.
Cornflakes.
Since when?
I know, but... Kellogg's Cornflakes. Delicious flakes of corn drenched in ice-cold milk. Why don't we ever get any of... Kellogg's cornflakes. Have you forgotten how good they taste?
For fun on the line, phone Happy Time on 0898 50 50 50 24 hours a day. That's Happy Time on 0898 50 50 50. Phone now.
Hey, what have you got my glasses on for?
It's going to be a
Would you move like a dinosaur?
Right. Scissors, yeah. And...
Can you help? Don't worry, Mrs. Edwards. I'll take care of it. That's great.
Mr. Edwards, I have a new American Express card.
I have one here.
For those who like their tea to taste like tea, finding the word decaffeinated might be somewhat disconcerting. But when you gently decaffeinate your tea within hours of picking it, then getting a modern cup of tea to taste like a proper one...
Ooh, look, silly. Lions.
Well, it isn't hard to swallow at all. Lion's decaffeinated tea. Keep the flavor, keep the taste.
Here goes.
Box 23, the mechanical work kit. Technician samples. Your bid, madam. It's with you, sir. Any more now, please? And 50. Madam. So.
The new Ford Escort Cabriolet.
There is only one chocolate that feels like silk. Flowing smoothly, melting slowly, lingering sumptuously. The experience is silk. The chocolate is galaxy.
Cold weather is hard on your hands, but New Fairy isn't. It washes even more dishes, and it's still as gentle as ever. Stay in good hands this winter.
It's all about what type of job you want when you leave school.
I haven't got a clue.
Nor have I. I have. I know what I want to do. I want a job where you face a fresh challenge every day. Where only the best is good enough. Bringing happiness to the lives of millions. A job where, when it comes to the crunch, I won't be found wanting. What is it then? Brain surgeon? Prime Minister?
Archbishop of Canterbury?
No, Chief Taster for Walker's Crisps.
Why do Walker's Crisps always taste so good?
Taking regular exercise. Cutting down on fatty foods. These are both common sense ways of reducing cholesterol. There's something else that might help too as part of a low-fat diet. Oat bran. So why not try these? Oat bran flakes with raisins and apple. They're from Kellogg's. And they've got common sense written all over them.
Would you believe it? There's a new washing up liquid and it's even better than Fairy. What is it?
New Fairy, of course. Look how well it handles grease. If one tiny drop can do this, imagine what a litre bottle can do. Now, if this is a typical day's washing up in your home, you can make New Fairy last not just one extra day, not even 3 or 4, but on average an extra 8 days. So you see, New Fairy lasts longer than ever before. 8 days longer.
I have a secret, but I am a little shy, and I can't just tell anyone, so you'll only hear it if you're telepathic.
I've lost Horace, my teddy bear. If you see him, please send him home.
Thank you for listening.
These aren't the only eyes that'll be on the new Ford Escort estate.
Still to come this evening, Pete Waterman and Michaela Strachan in The Hitman and Her. That's at 2:05. Right now, the job of protecting a key witness for Hooperman.
I had frogs for dinner last night. You what? I did, and shark. Never. Followed by dinosaur. Rubbish. Best of all, I had the teacher. Yeah.
Put words into their mouths with bird's eye alpha bites.
I prefer a liquid to washing powder. I'm using this one at the moment.
So we asked Louise to try a liquid, but we didn't tell her what it was.
At first, I thought it was a bit of a gimmick, but I was really impressed. My husband's a part-time chef, and his chef whites come on absolutely horrendous. And being pure white, they sharp everything. But look how brilliant they came out. I'm dying to know what it is. I even sniffed a few in the supermarket to find out.
Go on then, have a look.
Daz! I wouldn't have guessed.
So, Louise, would you swap Daz for 2 bottles of your previous liquid?
No, you take those, I'll take the Daz.
Daz liquid. You won't believe the whites. You won't believe the price.